What is up, guys? It's Bankrupt Dope back with another video, and today we are back on Star Rail. And today I just wanted to just go over the event that dropped. So before we even get into that, I hope you're having a good day today. And if you're not having a good day, I hope your day gets better. You already know the drill. So to talk about the new event that just recently dropped, let's go ahead and claim these. All right, now I've done it. I believe I've gotten all the rewards that I can get. Actually, there's one thing I can do, so I can get this the tracks and 200 XP. But sorry if my voice is a little like I'm very muted. Have I done everything else though? Let's make sure I have. Believe I have done everything else. Yes, I have. So let me give you my honest thoughts about this event. Now, the reward drops are good. There are no qualms from what you get out of this event. What you get out of this event is immaculate. It is what I wish this game was like more often. It'd feel far more rewarding if I was getting experience, if I was getting like trace materials, and I was getting Stellar Jades and Horns and books and stuff to level up my relics more often. In my opinion, that would make the game feel so much better, and it wouldn't make characters feel so dead upon arrival. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like for me, a lot of times, characters come out and they feel dead. They're just dead for a while because they don't do anything until you get that perfect role. And unfortunately, you just simply can't always control what kind of relics you drop. So a lot of times for me, I just don't have the right relics. And we'll talk about that later when we talk about my Bible Lunae. I am missing just one stat, so therefore my Bible Lunae is missing out on quite a bit of power. It's truth be told. But that's beside the point. So I appreciate all the rewards that are in here. I just wish they were here more often. I wish the rewards were more normalized. Because in my opinion, I just think it makes the game more fun. It's far more fun to be able to use your characters and use them efficiently than it is to not use your characters at their full potential. That's just my opinion. I think that it's a very fair opinion that it makes more sense to let us use the characters at full potential than have this weird grind of our characters being trash for a long time. That's just how I feel. So outside of that, let's move on. I always end up ranting, going in a circle. We're gonna move on. Now, the actual content of the event. How do I feel about it? Me personally, the little maze that they had, yeah, they were a little bit of brain teasers and everything, but my question becomes, why not make an event that requires me to fight enemies with the same level of thought? Why not put all the thought that they had into this event, like the thought process of doing tracing around? Let's just go so we can just see directly what I'm talking about. So for the logistics planning, they have this whole thing where you have to divide, where you have to make the route and everything and get it in the least amount of time. And it was, some of them were difficult. You really had to think about what you were doing. And then they also have the little, not that, I'm not sure how you actually get to it, but there is a thing where you can like set up like a little star skiff if you loaded of goods, like a pallet. If you work at a warehouse, you know it is. You set up a pallet, you got to load a certain way to get the most efficient, like get it the best way possible, and then you send it off. Those were the two things of this event, and then a whole bunch of talking. Now, like I said, I'm a fan of the rewards, but I just truly be told I was not a fan of the gameplay. Why am I not a fan of the gameplay? I can tell you why. I think it makes a lot of sense. I summoned for Bible Lunae. I got in Bible Lunae. So why not make an event that tests your characters? Not necessarily in Bible Lunae, but just test your characters. And that's been my biggest problem when it comes to Star Rail, is that I feel like people overhype things that, in my opinion, just aren't the main points of a gacha game, period. At the end of the day, this is a gacha game. You cannot argue that. And puzzles should not be my main priority in a gacha game. This is not a open world MMO that has a insane amount of content in it and also has puzzles. That's not what this is. This is a gacha game. So the content should be focused around my banner units in really just that. I don't really know what else to say. I think that's an objective truth. For anybody that remotely spends any kind of money in mobile games, I'm pretty sure they will agree. The objective truth is that you rather have content that is catered toward the use of your characters than puzzles. Nothing is wrong with puzzles, but I would just prefer the latter of having characters, having to fight things. That is what I summoned for. So I want to do that. Keep these same rewards, but just let me fight things. And I like this so much more. That is far more entertaining and far more rewarding, in my opinion, in terms of gameplay. You know, I'm testing out my characters, or let me test out other characters there. I'm sure you about maybe in what's it called? Simulated Disaster, you'll probably be able to try out, you know, other characters during and there, and so maybe it'll be there. But like, I just think that this event could have had could have had action in it. As simple as that. It could have had action. And I know what people are saying, oh, well, Simulated Disaster has action. Well, you missed my point. I'm saying they both can have action. It's not a one or the other. They can do both if they want to. It's true to be told. And I'll be so bold as to say, as a person that has made a game, I have made a game before, even though I didn't do the computing side of it, but I know of people, I worked very closely with people that have made different types of games, and to make this is not hard. I can tell you that. To get it as smooth, sure, that might take some time. But to get the basis of this set up does not take too much time. And so, in my opinion, yes, like I said, I love the rewards, but I do think that the people of MiHoYo cut corners. They do things that are easy to do and put them out and cover it with rewards. And it's like, there you go. It's like, oh, look, we have all these fantasizing puzzles. So, but how hard was it for them to really make this? It wasn't. It really wasn't that hard. It was just, it's filler. Like, I appreciate the rewards, but it always ends up coming full circle. Why aren't these our rewards normally? Why the freak do we get the freaking relic level materials so infrequently? I mean, granted, you can use the relic pieces, like the actual purple pieces, as your upgrade, but like, you get my point here. It's just, I don't know. I feel like this is what the rewards should be anyway, but we all appreciate the fact that they give it to us in the way that they did anyway. So like I thank you, I guess. I wish these were just the rewards naturally, but thank you anyway, I guess. I would have preferred action, because to say I was interested in the event, I wasn't. I was just trying to get to the rewards because like I didn't really care. It took so long for me to do I was wasting so much time and not caring just to do something I didn't want to do just to get to the rewards. You know, I hope that makes sense. And I guess that's the case for everything. But like, it took so long. It was such a long event of something I just didn't want to do. You know, but like, I have to do it because, you know, you got to get those rewards, or else GG, you lost like a while of progress, because that was a lot of progress up in there. So it's definitely an event that you want to do. It's not anything that you would want to just not do. That'd be very foolish. But I'm just talking. I'm just letting you know how I personally felt. So don't try to kill me. Don't say I'm wrong, because I can't be wrong that I dislike it. You can't be wrong that you like it. I just personally think it'd be better if it was action-based, because it is a gacha game at the end of the day. That's what this is. The focus should be on my units and not on a puzzle. I'll just say that. I will stand by that every day of the week. There are plenty of gacha games that have absolutely no puzzles in them. It is pure action and use of your units, and those games thrive at the top spots of the chart. So don't even say, oh, well, they don't. They don't need puzzles. They really don't. They just don't. But that's really it. I just wanted to give you guys my quick rundown of how I felt about the event. I was very honest. I don't like cutting corners. I don't like pulling away because I don't want to get somebody trying to roast me. I don't care. I really don't. I like to just be very blunt and straightforward. I like to give people another perspective. And I also like getting other perspectives. So I will tell you exactly how I feel from where I am. And I want you to tell me where you are from where you are. But do understand, even when I do hear these things, you have to understand, I'm very perceptive, and I think a lot about other things. Like, people think that I miss a side. I really don't. I tend to be able to gauge both sides pretty equally because there are games that I play free to play and there are games that I play pay to play. So when I'm speaking for a whole, for the most part, not just one. Because when I say that the game could benefit from harder content, does not just affect pay to play players, it also affects the free to play players. Because when free to play players finishes their content that they're already struggling on, guess what they get to do? They get to work toward the other hard content while keeping the people that play the game and spend money. It keeps them engaged as well and gives them more things to do. And it gives the people that are free to play something to work towards. So there has never been anything wrong when people say that the content should be harder in games. It's just, do you want to? It really does boil down to most people are just, what's the word? They're in a rush and they don't like the fact that they can't beat something. And that's what people get upset about. But that's a whole different argument for a whole different day. I just think it should have been a combat event. Simple as that. Combat is spirit. So, thank you for watching if you watched. Drop a like on the video if you liked it. Dang, I be messing up these intros a lot. Comment something down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.